Hey everyone, welcome to Mailbag Monday. This week, someone on the doors asked me about the local option sales tax vote happening in Ankeny on September 8th. And I want to be honest with you. This is one where I'm generally wrestling with it myself. So instead of telling you how to vote, I'm going to lay out both sides and let you decide. That's what I think a good representative should do on a local referendum. So first, what is it? On September 8th, Ankeny voters will decide whether to adopt a 1% local option sales tax. If it passes, sales tax in Ankeny go from 6% to 7% starting January 1st, 2027. The revenue will get split two ways, 50% towards property tax relief and 50% towards capital projects like street improvements, parks, trails, public safety equipment, and infrastructure. It would generate more than $12 million annually for the city of Ankeny. So the case for it. Here's what makes me lean toward yes. Ankeny is the only city in Polk County without a local option sales tax, and one of only 5 cities in the entire state without one. That means every time an Ankeny resident shops somewhere else in Iowa, they're paying a sales tax that funds that community's priorities. But when visitors come to Ankeny, and a lot of people do, because Ankeny is a major retail location, they don't contribute a penny to our roads, our parks, or our infrastructure. This fixes that. It also connects directly to something I talked about a few weeks ago, Senate File 2472, the Republican Property Tax Reform Bill, which reduces revenues available to cities. Ankeny is facing a potential financial gap. This helps fill that gap without raising property taxes. And then there are some exemptions which matter. Groceries, rent, gas, prescription medication, and vehicles are all exempt. Those are the things lower income families spend the most on. Now the case against it and my hesitation. And here's where I struggle. Sales taxes are regressive. Even with the exemption, a 1% increase hits lower income households harder as a percentage of their income than it hits higher income households. That's a real concern, and I don't want to dismiss it. There's also a timing question. We just had a major property tax reform bill that's still working its way through the system. Is this the right moment to add another tax, even a modest one? And some people will ask, is this a city spending problem rather than a revenue problem? And that's a fair question to ask. What I'd encourage you to do, the city of Ankeny is hosting public information meetings before the vote. I'd encourage you to go. I'll drop the dates and details in the comments below. Ask the hard questions. Look at where that $12 million is actually going to be spent. Early voting starts August 19th. That's this Wednesday. The deadline to request an absentee ballot is August 24th. And election day is September 8th. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'm still working through this one myself, and I think that's okay. Not every issue has an easy answer, and I'd rather be honest with you about that than pretend I have it all figured out. If you've made up your mind one way or the other, I'd love to hear why. Email me at amyforiowa42@gmail.com or drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks everyone. See you next Monday.